If you've been thinking about moving here to Georgia and buying a house in one of our 55 and older communities, but you're also not interested in being all the way out there in the middle of nowhere, you want to kind of be in a good location where you're still in the mix of things. You want your house to be unique from your neighbors, not cookie cutter. Well, this just might be the community for you. Now, I was here probably 6 to 8 months ago and I shot a video, but it was before these model houses were done. So when I came here last weekend with some clients and I saw the new models, I thought, oh my goodness, I need to come back and I need to reshoot that video because my viewers need to see how pretty they came out. The models are beautiful, they're modern. I really think you're gonna love them. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a tour through those models and I'm also gonna show you the amenities. I'm gonna give you all the information you would need to see if this is a good fit for you. So we have a lot to see today. We better get started. All right, so let's check out the first model house. It's the Langston. All right, so first of all, I like their cute little porch, the brick floor and the stained wood columns. And then we enter in here, and what I love about this design, I just think it's so chic. So nice and modern and chic, but you'll see what I mean. So right through the foyer, you have your office. It's a nice size office. Has a closet, so this could probably also be done as a bedroom because it has a window and a closet. So that's a nice option, but here they've done an office and they did 2 French doors. And then to your left, you have a full bathroom. Love the neutral color palette. You've got a nice size sink here. It's like a 48-inch and has modern features like square sinks and brushed gold fixtures, really nice. And I like how they did the same tile and then they ran it up through the shower. This actually looks really good. You know, even though this isn't a frameless shower, it still has the tub. I still think it looks really chic and I really do like this idea. I'm gonna keep it in mind for my next design center appointment because I think this actually looks really nice. So, and of course they did bring the tile to the ceiling. And I noticed right off the bat that you have high ceilings and very tall doors, which I appreciate. I hate it when you go into these houses and they have nice tall ceilings and then they put short doors. It's so annoying, you know, but these look really good, nice and solid. So this is your guest bedroom, a good size. You have a queen size bed in here. Again, really chic color palette. Plenty of space for 2 end tables. Nice size closet here. So I think this is really nice. And I like it when they have the guest bedroom on a different side of the house as the primary bedroom. So you really have your privacy. And then here you go, look at this beautiful space. It's just such a good use of space. You know, it's not a huge floor plan, but it feels really nice in here. A lot has to do with these tall ceilings. And of course they did the painted beams on the ceiling, added nice interest. And then you have your dining area to the right, and then your living area to the left. And you've got plenty of furniture here, sofa, 2 chairs. I like the tile that they selected for the fireplace. And then they did some stained wood floating cabinetry on each side, which I think is really cool. Check this out. It's lit underneath. I think that's really neat. And there's plenty of space for artwork on either side, and then there's still windows, so you get that natural light coming in. That's really pretty. And then they did matching light fixtures. Of course, that's higher so that you could see the television, but I think that's really nice. Really, really cool. So now let's take a look at the courtyard because, you know, these houses are not going to have a lot of land, but you do have a usable courtyard here. So it is covered. And they set up a little lounging area right here. They did pavers on the floor, and then, you know, you still have space here if you have a small dog. And it looks like what they did was do turf, which I like, personally, I like. So you've got a nice amount of space here. Let's take a look at the backyard real quick. Look at this. I mean, if you have a small dog, this is great. You have plenty of space for them to come out and do their business. You have your driveway, which is actually big enough to have, I would say, 2 cars in the garage, and then at least 2 to 4 cars behind that if you had any guests. So that's another thing. A lot of places, they don't, you know, have enough parking for people, and this seems to do a good job with giving their owners a nice amount of parking. So let's go inside. There's more to see. Okay, so now let's check out this kitchen, because I love this kitchen. Look at this island. Wow. They did the waterfall edge. They did the quartz countertops. So pretty. It really is. And I love the stained wood. A beautiful farmhouse sink with an off-center drain, and then this is your view. So if you're here preparing food, or you're, you know, doing the dishes, you have a great view of your beautiful house. And the cabinetry is great. I mean, I love this flat panel look. I mean, it's so modern. I think it's really pretty. Really, really pretty. It goes right up to the ceiling, so it has a very custom built-in look. I think this is a really cool hood design. It has the look of almost bronze or copper, but it is painted. It's really neat. And they used the same quartz for the countertops and the backsplash, which I think that's really nice also. That's so pretty. Really, really pretty. And they did cafe appliances, so you have your oven, and then here, this is an upper oven, but it's also a microwave, so that's nice. And then you have your refrigerator, more cabinetry. I mean, really, there is no lack of cabinetry in this kitchen. You know, I think you still have a lot of storage here, for sure. Well, let's check out this pantry. It doesn't look like it's gonna be that big, but I wanna see. Okay, it's better than I thought it was gonna be. It is walk-in. You can definitely fit a lot in here. And over here, first you have access to your garage. You have a coat closet, and then this is your mud room space. Very, very pretty. And then right here you have your laundry room with cabinets above that. Now let's check out the primary bedroom. Real quick, before we move on, I just wanted to give you this free QR code right here. So go ahead and scan it, and it'll take you straight to my free new website, which, trust me, is a total game changer if you're thinking about retiring here in Georgia. You're gonna love it because it's got Atlanta's only interactive real estate map with all of our top 55 and better communities. So you can go in and you can explore the different neighborhoods, check out the different homes for sale, and even pull up every video that I've ever filmed in those communities. And you guys already know, I do tons of model house tours. I do tours of the amenities. I do aerial tours with my drone, all kinds of fun stuff. Plus, you can grab my free relocation guide packed with super valuable information to help you make a smooth transition here to Georgia. So if a new home in one of our beautiful luxury 55 and older communities is on your wish list, then this is hands down the best resource out there to help you find the perfect neighborhood so that you can start living the retirement lifestyle of your dreams. Oh, and if you're watching on your phone and can't scan the code, no worries. I'm going to drop the link in the description so that you can check it out after the video. All right, let's keep going because we've got a lot more to see. So right through here, look at this. It's so pretty. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Got a king-size bed here. Plenty of space for 2 large nightstands and a dresser. And then through here, you have a really nice sized closet. So let's go see what the bathroom looks like. First of all, I like the double doors leading into the bathroom. I think that's really pretty. Yes, look at this. What a beautiful tub. Super nice. And then I love the built-ins right there for your linen. That looks great. I'm really, really liking these cabinets. So pretty. And the light fixtures. Oh, I love it. So then you have a frameless shower door here, an enclosure. They did a rain head, and I'm sure, yep, there's a bench there. So you have a bench and a niche, and I love the plumbing fixtures. So nice. They really set this up really well. And then through here, of course, is the water closet, which, there you go. But yeah, so this house is great. I could just move in right now. It's so pretty. But now what I want to do is take you over to the second model house. And then at the end of the video, I'd love to know, which one was your favorite. All right, so this is the hickory. Really pretty. This farmhouse style is so popular in Georgia. Everybody still loves it, It's great for resale. Still beautiful brick porches, nice columns, shutter design. Really pretty. Wow, look at this. So this one has a second floor, but I'm gonna wait to show you that. Now this one does feel a lot bigger, and I'm gonna give you all the specs as far as, the size and everything at the end, but I mean, you can just tell right now that this is, much bigger. So when you take a right away, you are in the living room. It's nice and open. It's actually really big because it has 2 sofas and chairs. So you've got plenty of room for furniture there. So it's a nice gathering space. And then right off of the living room, you have your office. And this is a big office. I mean, you can tell because it has room for the bureau, your desk, 2 massive chairs, actually. I mean, this is just a really, really big office. It's super nice. So if you work from home, this is ideal. And you have a nice view into the rest of the house from here. And then over here, you have a big dining area. I mean, these are large chairs and still seating 8. You can see there. So it's a nice big space. It's nice and bright and open, tall ceilings again, tall doors. And then through here, you have your small courtyard area. As you can see, covered, which makes it all the more usable. Okay, so then now we're in the kitchen, and they did beautiful cabinetry, nice wall ovens, nice quartz countertop. And then there's a big island. Here they did more of a standard sink, but this is your view. Nice, right? I do, I like it. And then through here, you have your pantry. So it's not a walk-in, but it is quite long. And then through here, this is where you come in through the garage. So this is where you could put a drop zone if you chose to. And then you have a half bathroom right here. So this is your powder room. And then through here, you have a coat closet, and then your laundry room, and they did built-ins. It's plenty big. You still have room for your sink. That's really nice. And then through here, you have got a really nice, big primary bedroom. King bed, still lots of space. And this is something very common for this builder, is to have these massive showers. And this is a zero entry shower, and it's just really large. Let's go check it out. So right here you have your plumbing fixtures, so you can get it nice and warm before you have to step under there. But you can see, I mean, look how big this is. Really nice. And then you have a double vanity here. More standard plumbing fixtures, still a nice modern sink. And then you have your water closet. And let's check out the closet. Okay, yeah, it's a good size. There you go. Now, you probably noticed that there is just this one primary bedroom on the first floor. The other bedrooms are on the second floor. So let's go check them out. So this is a 3-bedroom, and it has a really nice loft here. So I mean, look how big this loft is. Perfect for a movie room. Could be a second office. Really pretty. And then you have a nice big bedroom. This is a king-size bed again. Got a good sized closet and a nice sized bedroom there. And this is a Jack and Jill, so they share this bathroom, double vanities, and they've separated it, so you've got your water closet and your shower here. And then your second bedroom is just as big. I mean, look at this. You have a king bed in here also. I mean, that's great for guests. Great. There you go. I like how this is nice and open. So now let's go back to the first model. I want to give you some information on the neighborhood and pricing and specs on these homes. One of my favorite things about this neighborhood is this clubhouse. Isn't it beautiful? It's so pretty. It's like this French country exterior design. I think it's really beautiful. And I like how as you enter into the neighborhood through this long street here, it's the first thing you see. You know, you drive right up to it. So your guests are welcomed with this beautiful clubhouse right here. Also, there is an HOA. It is $200 a month, and it covers a lot. It covers all of the lawn maintenance, so you're not doing any of your own lawn. It maintains the common areas, the electricity, the gate, and it also covers your amenities, which I'm going to show you. There's a pool and the clubhouse and everything that's in it. It's really nice. And it also includes something that's a little unorthodox. I was like, what? But it does also include the preparation of your annual taxes. So if you don't feel like doing that, they will cover that as part of your HOA. But anyway, I really want to show you this clubhouse. So why don't we go inside and check it out? Wow, look how pretty it is. You've got this big vaulted ceiling, and on either side you have these grand fireplaces. And this is just perfect for having events. I mean, it's so nice to have a space that you have access to for like graduation parties, baby showers, things like that. So cool. And then of course, like right through here, you can see it overlooks the pool, which is really nice. And there's the covered area here too. So pretty. And then to the left, there are bathrooms, which I'm not going to show you, but over here you have a catering kitchen. Isn't that nice? And there's a pass-through here. Pass food through, how cool is that? And then right through here, you have this really nice fire pit area. And then around the corner here, you have a gym. Check this out. Full gym. Got everything you need here. There's nobody here. My guess is that you would probably have this to yourself most of the time. That is perfect. Really perfect. All right, so now let's go back to the first model, and I'm gonna give you all the pricing and information on the homes here. So what did you think about these model houses? Great, right? And this neighborhood's pretty cool too. One of my favorite things about this place is that they have lots of different elevations and styles of homes. So when you're driving in here and it doesn't look like a 55 and older community, it looks like a regular community, and that's what a lot of people want these days. Also, the location's great. We're in Cumming, and we are only 1.1 mile away from the Cumming City Center. And I'm not sure if you've ever been there before, but it's actually really cool. They have lots of shopping, they have boutiques, they have a big amphitheater there where they do lots of events, food trucks, they have a brewery. It's just a really cool place, and it's nicely done. So I really enjoy going there. 1.1 mile away, that's pretty much walkable, or at least through your golf cart. Then we're about 5 miles away from the Collections, which also has lots of shopping, lots of restaurants. We are only 2.6 miles away from Georgia 400, which, you know, you jump on that, in 30 miles, you are in the city. In 14 miles, you're in Alpharetta, which also has a ton of employment opportunities, so that's really nice. So yeah, the location's great. And then also this neighborhood, right outside the gate here, they are having their own shopping that is being built. So there's gonna be little boutiques and everything right there. So everything's very central, this location. You're not in the city by any means, but you have easy access to it. So another thing that I like, what I was telling you, is they have these different products here. So you have your ranch homes, you also have your 2-story homes, and then you also have something called the motor court collection. And that's a really cool concept. And I'm gonna give you some information about all of that. So number one is the Langston. This is the house I'm standing in right now. This one is kind of my favorite, even though it's not the biggest. I really like it. It is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it has 1,791 square feet. So they're counting that first office as a bedroom, because there is a closet and a window, so it can be counted. So it could be an office or a bedroom. So yeah, so that's the Langston. The second one we viewed was the Hickory, and that one's a 2-story, and it has 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 to 3.5 bathrooms, and it ranges from 2,727 square feet all the way to 2,783 square feet. So it's definitely bigger. I really like that one. And then there's a third product. It's called the Motor Court Series. And what's so cool about that, first of all, it's laid out really well. It looks like nice and big on the outside. And what's different about it is you drive in through a shared driveway pretty much, and then it kind of forks out to 4 different homes, which is kind of interesting. So you share that one driveway, but you each have your own individual driveway as well, and your own garage, but you share one as you enter in, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you have these different products, which actually makes the neighborhood very interesting. So I really like that. But let me tell you a little bit about the pricing. So the way this neighborhood does it is a little bit different. It's not like these other communities where you're picking the lot, you're picking your structural upgrades, you're going to the design center. It's not all of that. They actually do a lot of spec houses here. So like right now they have like 15 homes that are either complete and ready for move-in, or they will be complete in the coming months. And those houses have been already spec'd out, a certain floor plan for a certain piece of land. And they've also had their structural upgrades. And depending how far along the house is and in construction is whether or not you'll be able to add or change your features like color cabinetry and stuff like that. But as you can see, they do a great job when they do it for you. So you're pretty much set. And the prices, they range. The least expensive I'm seeing here is the high 6s, but most of it is within the 7s. So you've got a lot like 718, 705, 711, all the way up to the high 7s. I haven't seen one in the 8. So you're looking at the high 6s through the 7s. So that's your price range, which I think is pretty good because you're getting a lot for your money here in a great location. So what do you think about these homes? Which one did you like the best? I'd love to know in the comments. Definitely plug it in there. I'd like to know which one you like. I think I like this one better, even though it's the smaller one, which usually is not what I pick, but there's something about it. There's something nice and compact about this house. But anyway, if you have any additional questions about this neighborhood, if you're interested in getting more information about like the current incentives, definitely give me a call. Those change all the time, so I want to get you the most up-to-date information. Give me a call, shoot me a text, whatever you are comfortable with, I'd love to help. And if you're thinking about making the move to Georgia and possibly retiring here, or even just making the move at all, give me a call, shoot me a text. I specialize in helping people from all over relocate here to Georgia and find the community that is going to meet their lifestyle goals. That's what I love to do, and I'm out there every week, touring these new communities, so I have a good pulse on, what's available here. And I love new construction, as you can tell. I'm very passionate about it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, y'all.